The next topic in our video series and course is going to be software development. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so software development. If you're using YouTube, if you're looking at this video right now, if you're looking at Netflix, you're going to be looking at code. All right, so the underlying part of that application is going to be written in code. So the coding language that it's written in is what the computer uses, is what we use to build software and applications. So it's kind of like the roadmap. If I click this, it's going to do this. If I close this, it's going to do that. So video games are written in code, applications are written in code, software is written in code. This website that you're on right now is written in code, okay? So there's a couple different language categories. So some popular languages are Python or Java or JavaScript or C++. And each one of these different languages have different uses, different strengths, different weaknesses, and different applicability depending on what you're trying to do. So language categories, we have interpreted. So interpreted languages execute instructions directly and freely without previously compiling programs into instructions. So just like we talked about YouTube before, Python is the coding language that YouTube is built on. Facebook is also built on Python. Compiled languages. So a compiled language is converted directly into machine code that the processor can execute. So something that the PC, something that the actual CPU can execute. So an example of that is C++, which is what Windows Media Player is run on. So C++ is used on a lot of other applications and things like that, but that's just one of the things I thought would, stand out that you would know. So Windows Media Player uses C++. Query. Computer languages used to make queries in databases and information systems. So example, SQL. So Facebook, right? So when you search for something, if you're trying to look for something, it's going to use SQL. So query is just like a question. Cat videos, you type that into the search box in the Facebook, and that's a query, that's a question. So it's going to use SQL, that language, to figure out what you're trying to ask it, right? So today we talked about coding languages, popular coding languages, Python, JavaScript, C++, Java, so on and so forth. Code, all this stuff is built on code. Website we're on right now, all the applications that you use. Code is just the instructions that when you're playing a video game, if I press X, the guy's going to jump up. Makes sense? If I am on YouTube, when I press play, it's going to play. When I press pause, it's going to pause. So all that stuff is built on code. All right. So gang, if you're in the course, fantastic. We're about to dive a little bit deeper into this. If you're not in the course, shame on you. Make sure that you head over to itmasterkey.com and you can actually get this entire course and simulations and scenarios and practice exams. And if you're getting ready for the ITF Plus, it's a good precursor to that. Or if you're looking for something that's not as difficult as A Plus, you can go ahead and hop into it as well. Other than that, I'll see you in class.